originally when we came, we replaced all the elements, see all the new elements in there.
Yeah, I see.
The original elements that had gone were substandard ones, which they weren't the original Electrolux ones. So that's what we replaced when we originally came. We went through it, we tidied all the wiring up, all new these wiring terminals that plug onto the elements. We renewed all those.
Okay.
At the time, we noted that you'd had a new board,
yeah,
but not by us. Somebody had fitted the new board, and all the terminals where the boiler had to plug on down here, they'd fitted the new board, but they hadn't fitted new terminals. They'd left all the burnt terminals on there, okay, which in turn had damaged the new board. We repaired that board and resoldered the burnt connections on it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that wasn't enough. It only lasted, that repair only lasted a couple of months. Okay?
Why?
Because the board was so badly damaged. The new board that was fitted by others, not by us, it was fitted prior to us coming, they'd left the old wiring terminals on that were burnt. So your original board would have had a burnout on it.
Okay.
I think you had the original board, didn't you? Yeah. You had the original board. It had a burnout on it.
I remember the burnout waves. I remember that.
They changed the board, but they didn't change the terminals. They plugged the burnt terminals back onto the new board.
Okay.
Which in turn they overheated again and burnt the new board. So when we came, we repaired that board. We had it off.
Yeah.
Got the burnt terminals, cleaned them all up, and resoldered them all. Because it melted all the solder off the back of them. But unfortunately, the board was too badly damaged, so it didn't last what we did. We tried to get that board going for you. That board, so eventually that board had to be replaced. So that board was replaced. So that's why we've got a new board now. Okay, it has all new terminals all throughout.
So what's up with them now then?
It says now that it's constantly filling.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it takes 4.5 hours to heat up or something.
Yeah.
Is that right?
What it is, it's constantly filling.
Yeah.
So it's it won't when it gets to its maximum. What it should do is get to its level, switch off, and the machine operates. It isn't doing that. So what it either is the air chamber, which again has been repaired before. This has not been done by us. This has been repaired before. You can see it's been plastered with some form of sealant around it, which doesn't look ideal.
All right.
Okay, so it's either the air chamber or the water level switch, which is connected to that air chamber, which is causing the. And I would say, looking at it, it's either what happens with the air pressure switches is they have a rubber diaphragm inside, and that diaphragm over the years.
We're referring to this again, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Else, yeah. Okay. So what controls the water level is you've got an air chamber.
Yeah.
And you've got this rubber tube that then goes to an air pressure switch. Okay. So when you've got an overfilling problem, it's either the air chamber is damaged, okay, which somebody's had a go at before, or you've got an air leak on the rubber tube, which is highly unlikely, or the most common fault is that the actual air pressure switch, because it has a rubber diaphragm in the inside, that rubber diaphragm over the years starts to go stiff. Yeah, it loses its flexibility. So the stiffer it gets, the more water is required to push the switch over behind the rubber diaphragm. So it comes to a point where that rubber diaphragm actually, all rubber eventually, it all stiffens up.
Where is the rubber diaphragm?
The rubber diaphragm is inside the switch. You got that switch in your pocket, Jake? That's a pressure switch. Yeah, and that's what you've got on this machine.
Where is that?
It's at the end of this hose. Okay, it's at the end of that hose.
Okay.
Okay, which is probably on the new machines. It's fitted here. Okay. This one it looks like it's been fitted up at the back of the machine. So that's your switch part of it there. Between that grey bit and that white bit is the rubber diaphragm. That black hose plugs onto that onto there.
All right.
So as the water level rises, that air chamber traps air. Okay. And as that water level rises, it pressurizes that air. That pressure travels up that tube onto that, and then clicks over. You can hear that click?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is what switches your water off. So
right.
once it gets to a certain height, now that diaphragm in there
I see.
becomes stiff.
Okay.
Okay, so it takes more and more water to pressurise, get enough pressure. And so eventually, I mean, what you can do, there is adjustment on these pressure switches, these little pins here that you can adjust. But after a period of time, even adjusting it doesn't do enough because the diaphragm, if it's gone, and then you have to change the
Fine,
pressure
alright,
switch.
let's see what it is. Just remind me what these other parts are.
Right,
So
just don't touch any of them.
okay, yeah.
Because
So we've got a motor in there. I paid for a new motor, I remember. And then
Yeah, but that's not. We haven't.
no, and that motor's the thing at the back, is it?
Right. So you've got. Let me just have a look, see what you've got. What we have done. Right. Okay. Yeah. So we've not changed any of these motors. You've got. So you've got two motors.
Yeah.
You've got. That's your rinse motor, the one you can see there.
Yeah.
Okay. Put the little cover back on that, and then you've got your main wash motor.
I see.
Which is at the back, the big one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've not changed either of those.
Right.
All right.
Are they functioning okay then, in theory?
Yeah, they're functioning okay. Yeah. You've got the elements. That's what when we originally came. That was all caked in scale. It had got a substandard, a cheaper element that had been fitted. We took all those out, cleaned all the scale off, got all the scale out the boiler, fitted the new elements, replaced all the. You can see all the nice shiny wiring terminals.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, where the wires plug on. We did all that, and then we also repaired your original control board.
Okay.
In time, that repair, because the board was badly burnt, and all we could do was solder where it had burnt away to repair the tracking. That had to be replaced as well. So you've had a new control board, and we replaced all the wiring terminals that plug onto the control board.
And didn't you give us the water filter? Or was that somebody
no,
else?
that was somebody else. That was
alright.
already yeah. So
That's all right. Okay.
and the only other thing which I can't show you is behind this here
Yeah.
is a plastic, what we call the air brake tank.
Yeah.
And the connections on that perished, okay, and the rubber seals perished, and that's where it leaked from. Alright, but we came, had the machine out, repaired all that behind there, but as I said at the time, you know, it's an old machine that there's lots of it was perishing.
Okay, I understand.
And
okay.
that's just.
I'm just hoping we get to a point where we've replaced everything, so we're going to be back to almost like fully refurbished, reconditioned.
You've got.
Most of it's getting there
pretty
now.
much. Yeah, most of it's done.
Okay.
I just need to investigate what's happening.
Okay, that's brilliant.